Jisike asulangongo musoke maochichi ieji edubiwayo tukwasi chukwuobi mazojojo niegwu This is for Biafra. Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning to you anywhere you are watching this video. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this platform and you like what we are seeing or what we are doing here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. This will enable you to know when we upload a new video. Here we react to all forms of videos. We inform, educate the members of the public about what is happening in the globe, especially in Nigeria. And I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate YouTube, oh yes, for creating and managing this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate information. At the same time, I keep on putting disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violence, or trying to instigate war. We are only here to educate, inform, sanitize the members of the public. They say information is power. Please always take note of this.
It's working for good for Hope Ozodemma. That Simon Eba is working for Dave Umahi. That Simon Eba is working for Buhari. All manners of name. Give us evidence. They refuse to bring one single evidence against Simon Eba. And when we ask deep questions, they says, if you sympathize with Simon Eba, you are enemy of Biafra. And that brings me to the message of today. You know, etopo nketa akpa igosi ya haniru orapa ede ka atụrụ ya mbọ. That is Igbo parable. Some people doesn't know why they are fighting for Biafra. Some people understand how to fight for Biafra. Some people doesn't understand how to fight for Biafra. And that's why a lot of people made a lot of mistakes when they joined this struggle. But today, the struggle is taking its shape. And as it's taking its shape, Chukwu Kabiama is doing his own job. Now, we call on Biafrans to understand what government is all about. To understand what government is all about and how to understand what you are doing in this movement we are into. This movement we are into is a movement everybody must know. And before we proceed, I want Biafrans to understand why we tag this message like this. We make this message to be like this so that Biafrans will know why the restoration of Biafra is a pamphlet which we have been following, making sure that Biafra is restored. Now, our people are here. I must recognize our people that is here now. Excellent Mwachuku, I greet you. Chimezie Destiny, thank you. Gozie BTV, good morning, my brother. Chris, Biafran son, I greet you, Biafran son. Then, Ndubisi Obi, good afternoon from here. Biafran religion is purified, completely purified, and it will take us away from negative mentality. That is exactly why you have this Biafran ministry of service. People may wonder why we are now talking about ministry. We know exactly what religion did to us and why Biafran government took it upon them in making sure that the way Christianity is being introduced in Nigeria will not happen in Biafran land. And we understand how they used religious colonial masters, the missionary journeys. We understand how they play their role in deceiving our people. So the mindset is the reason we have what we come up today, which you see Biafran ministry of service. Biafra will control the religion. Today there will be a Passover. There will be a Passover today. So if you are here, try to share so that other people will join what we are doing. Biafra will have their own government, and the government will control the religion we are going into. And this religion will be purified. Biafran religion will be purified, completely purified, and they reset the mindset of our people. We have a little of this version yesterday, and the people were very interested to know how to reset the mindset of our people. So that is exactly what we have come to make sure we elaborate more to our people. As the Passover is today, the Christians are coming to do Passover today. Then we have come to let Biafrans know the teachings and everything.
Lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media.
Now, my lovely Biafrans, now, when we are talking about mindset, etopo nketa akpa igosi ya n'iru. Orape ede ka atụrụ ya mbọ. You may be in government, you get suspension, you have to know what offense you committed. You may be serving any position, anywhere, you may be in office, you may be doing anything with anybody. Whenever there is a problem, let that person know exactly what he committed. And if that person knows what he has committed, then the judgment now belongs to the person and the God. If the person have to come and place apology, tell the person, this is what you did, and this is how you did it. Not to twinkle someone. When you twinkle someone, you push the person away, the person will not understand exactly what he did. Then, that is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is saying here, And this thing is happening inside each and everybody, especially black people all over the world. Sometimes you don't understand mindset of the people. Our PM said the other day, he brought out 5 people that have to pray for GOIN not to die until 2nd of December, when Biafra will be redeclared. The declaration of Biafra will be restored. Those 5 people he mapped out, they are praying heavily today, as I can tell you, that GOIN will not die until that day. Chinenye, I greet you. That GOIN will not die because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu explained this thing. GOIN and Ojukwu went to Aburi Accord and they signed for betterment of everybody in Nigeria. Britain called GOIN and they told GOIN, never you accept restructuring, knowing very well that every riches in this world is coming from Biafran land. Then they deceived GOIN. GOIN, after the war, GOIN refused to place apology, but they already tell him what he did. Now, you who is here watching, if you have problem misunderstanding with anybody, whether in the government, whether in your business area, wherever you are, you have problem with anybody, summon courage and tell the person, this is what you did. This is your offense. This is the offense you have committed. Then, you have committed this offense, and this is how you committed this offense. If the person commit this offense knowingly, then he will not place an apology. If the person commit this offense unknowingly, he will say, oh, I didn't know. I am placing an apology. Forgive me. Are you understanding? We are taking you to a very long journey. The offense of GOIN is not GOIN the only person that made this mistake. Fulanis already know they made mistake. The other day, Shetima says that uplifting Igbo land is the only thing that can help the economy of Nigeria. Yeah, putting Igbo people into their business is the only thing that will help the growth of Nigeria. That is why you see in Ebonyi State, they borrowed Dave Umahi money from Islamic Bank. Then the governor of Abia State now, we have heard now that all the money he is using now to do what he is doing, thinking that he will deceive Biafrans, he borrowed the money from Islamic Bank. And when we are telling you that taking money from Islamic Bank, the meaning and the risk of taking money from Islamic Bank, we are coming to explain it. Then, if you go to Islamic Bank and borrow money, you use it to build infrastructure. All those infrastructure, you use the money you borrowed from Islamic Bank. All the infrastructure belong to them. That is why you don't need to go to Islamic Bank to borrow money to build your state. You understand now? The reason in Ebonyi State, the Fulanis are trying to take over Ebonyi State is because Dave Umahi went to Islamic Bank to borrow money. You understand now? So, Abia State now is trying to do the same. Since all this while, people have been clapping their hand that this man is working, this man is working. You borrow money from Islamic Bank, the money that came from Biafran land. Then they took it away. They send it where they send it. Then they push it inside Islamic Bank as that this money is for Islamic Bank. Then this money is originally your own. then you go there, Islamic Bank, and borrow your own money to pay interest, which you know the structure of Nigeria will never allow you to pay that interest. And any infrastructure you use that money to build is owned by Islamic Bank. That is why you see how China is giving loan to every other part of Africa, including Nigeria. They borrow money to them, they give them money. When China will come, China, you see how they are going inside bushes and forests, harvesting anything in order for them to recover their money, because you are in debt with them. Peter Okafo, I greet you. Thank you for joining. Help us to share the message so we know that our people is really here. Help us to share. Let us know. We need numbers to what we are doing today. We need numbers. Now, let us elaborate more. And this message, try to fix inside you anybody you may have misunderstanding with. Why are you not? We are preaching kind of religion, religious purity, the purity of religion. Biafra is coming up with, because those deeper life people, those Pentecostal people, the way they promoted hatred in Biafra land and in Nigeria, they are the people that promoted hatred. Every other person, we know how they used Pentecostal churches to create enmity. If you are a Catholic person, they will tell you that a Pentecostal person is more close to God more than the Catholic. If you are an Anglican, Anglican will tell you that their own God is more potent than the cherubim and the seraphim. This is how the religious destroyed everywhere. Some people forbid their own children. I think in a deeper life, they forbid their own children not to watch television. They forbid their own children not to wear earring. They forbid their children not to know what is going on in life. They deprive their own children social life, not to know everything, things that is happening. This is how all this Holy Ghost fire begin. Condemn and destroy. Condemn and destroy. Enemy everywhere. Enemy everywhere. Whenever you see them preaching, you will see enemy from here, enemy from west. But the real enemy is bad government that brought up this thing you are going to hear today. Restructuring. This is the reality. So, Biafra religious is purified, which they are bringing the Passover today. And after the Passover, the movement will start. The preaching will start. And the people will begin to understand what Biafra has for you. Biafra is not only for government. Government of Biafra will control the religion, because we need purity. We need purity in Biafran land. We need to be purified in Biafran land. That is number one. So every power will be coming from government, and the ideology of building Biafra and changing the mindset of the people will come through religion, because they use the religion to destroy us, especially Christianity. But there are still good people that will teach you everything you're supposed to know concerning religious purification. And let us begin to hear how all the suffering against our people begin. I will analyze this things you never know. You will know it now in this struggle.
That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions. It's plaguing them in the zoo. Lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? GOIN is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogwu coup, so-called Nzogwu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast, go and investigate for yourself. Get the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast, go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said,
I'm coming out clear, please.
For us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogwu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed, restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with GOIN and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent, Wales, the same thing, everybody is free, but Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to GOIN, telling GOIN not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same GOIN you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that, so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo. God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. That same GOIN you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. GOIN said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to GOIN to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to GOIN or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion. They have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion.
Yes. Yes, Biafrans. It is good to let it low, let it roll before we enter into analysis. We have to analyze we have taken it upon ourselves that we will let Biafra know the truth. And that is what we are doing, and we will keep doing it. Elumu Mwa Eguru. Thank you. Chris, some Biafra. Okay. Yes, everything is coming out. Thank you. Britain have been the problem of the black race from the inception because they knew what independence of Biafra portends to the entire black race. 4D, thank you for this. Messiago, well done, well done, well done, well done, massively. I greet you. Yeah, Chinwe, Keke, thank you. Elumo, yeah, thank you. Owen Palace, I greet you. Obese, we are here. This is 555 Vision. Share the vision, share the message, share the message. You have to know why the Biafran Liberation Army is fighting tooth and nail. And you have to know why sometimes we deprive ourselves different things fighting. You have to know why Simon Ekpa doesn't sleep. The Biafran Prime Minister, he doesn't sleep. Sometimes I watch him with pity, knowing that he never sleep. From one meeting to another, from another meeting to another, from another meeting to another. That's why you used to hear people asking, which kind of human being are you? 4D, Nnamdi Kanu, prophet of our time. We thank God and pray that he come out and enjoy seeing Biafra independent. That is for sure. He will come out. BBC that never want to talk about Biafra is talking about Biafra. That is to tell you, we are understanding very, very well. Owen, yes, that is good. Tony, thank you. Now, let us tell you how we will be placing it.
Lies and deceit.
Lies and deceit.
If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war.
Some Igbo people has been criticizing our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of people, the people who celebrated when he was renditioned, a lot of people that criticized him when he was renditioned, these are the people who has been fighting him then. These are the people that have been fighting him then. They say that Ojukwu caused the war. They bought the idea from the criticisms, from the ideology of Britain. Originally, Britain, the root cause of insecurity in Nigeria. It is Britain. And we will keep on preaching this gospel.
That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out.
How many people knows when Mark Zuckerberg visited Nigeria, and as he was leaving Nigeria, they gave him, he left from Nigeria with his $70-something million. Mark Zuckerberg. And since that time, they never allow our PM, our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to have broadcast. Our pages has been blocked. Almost of our messages was blocked when we were telling people, go on, Ojukwu did not cause the war. Go on caused the war, causing by the Nigerian military then, which is go on. A lot of people stood against us because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made us to understand that the Fulanis budgeted more than $30 billion to fight against this movement.
Did Ojukwu cause any war? GOIN is alive, go and ask him.
GOIN is alive. Go and ask him. We watched GOIN the other day. He said that the truth is that Ojukwu, they truly went to Ghana, Aburi, to sign for restructuring in a betterment of everybody living in Nigeria. You understand? We have to analyze this thing for those people who is really not understanding, because Biafra religion is purified, trying to remove any negative mindset in our people. And the people we have that is leading this movement are well prepared to go.
Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back. Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. You have economic growth. Knows that if you go back to regionalism, you have economic growth.
Regionalism. This regionalism is just like how it is everywhere in a developed country. In America, because Nigeria is trying to adopt the way of America. This regionalism is in Imo State. Anything that come from Imo State people will take care of mineral resources that came from their land, build their nation, and they pay tax to the center. And this regionalism is what Biafran government, Simon Ekpa, has adopted today that made up Biafran 40 states of Biafran Republic. Biafran United States of Biafra. Each state, anything you found in your state, any mineral, any diamond, any gold you found in your state, you make use of it to develop your own land. Then you will pay tax to capital, which is Ebube. And the Ebube will be controlling the government, knowing who is doing good and who is doing bad. Then Biafran religion, purified religion, will be preaching what is happening inside government and how this 40 states of Biafra is now taking control of their mineral resources. Then no governor, no minister will be celebrated inside church. You will submit your own paper, your own appointment that you want to serve government, just like how it is in Biafran government in exile today. If you want to work inside Biafran government in exile today, you will demonstrate your capacity. You say, I want to work to make sure that Biafra is restored. This is my qualification. This is what I have. This is what I have. And this is my interest. And this is my motive. Just like our PM, Simon Ekpa, he says that he wants to serve Biafra. Everybody that will work for Biafra should know that he is a servant. Just like Mazen Nandekanu you are watching here is our servant. Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, is our servant. He came to serve us, just like I am serving you now. You should know that you are a servant coming to serve. Then, what are you going to achieve? Well, after service is the history, the legacy you placed in the government for the growth of the government. That is what Mazen Nandekano says in this place now. Like a PM, he says He studied international law. He is a human rights activist. He is a criminal investigative journalist. He has all this potential. He said, okay, he is not coming to bring all the qualification he has acquired to serve Biafra. Then he placed it on the table of Biafran government. You know, before all this thing started, he already showed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu his own qualification that made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to say, go and listen to Simon Ekpa. That guy have something to say, to show. He has something to offer to Biafrans. That he himself have to give space and face these people in front for the whole world to know, because Simon Ekpa will expose Nigeria with the documents which Simon Ekpa must have presented to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to say, Biafrans, go and listen to him. No matter what, he is going to lead in front. That is how we started this message today. When we told the DOS, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says he is going to lead in front, that we should start listening to Simon Ekpa. And Koiki later exposed that him and the Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa had meeting, which none of them was there. That this guy has the potential of giving you people, leading you people to the new dimension. Now, that is what Nnamdi Kanu is saying in this place. Everybody will go to his own regional place. Like the coastal region, they feel that they have oil. When you get your own coastal region, there are Isoko state, there are Ejo state, there are Urobo state, there are Ebanke state in that area. All the things you feel that you found in your own land, take care of it, use it to build your own nation according to your choice. But to Biafran capital, which is the Ebube, the center, will be monitoring. Then, why are we pushing up now? We are pushing up now Biafran religious freedom and the monitoring. Why we are pushing it up is this kind of message you are hearing today, this kind of message Diana always come to listen to. This kind of message Chibike always come to listen to. This kind of message is the message Biafran government is going to authorize to upcoming generation. Then, the traditionalist people, these are scientists, natural scientist people. God has shown different kinds of things they should be doing, different kinds of leaves, roots, plants they should be using in curing sicknesses. These are the traditional people, the native doctors, those people that see things human being cannot see, the people that communicate with nature. We know that most of the medicines we have in Europe, the original leaves, the original plants came from our land. They come there, they took it away, they come here, they plant it there, then they will be using it to build good medicine, good drugs to their own people. These are people, the native doctors, those people that can use to cure sickness. They are natural scientists. Now, this is the area the Biafran religious freedom and the monitoring will focus on them. Bring those things to the government, and you cannot use it to harm anyone. because Biafra will have the law of euthanasia. We are still debating in the government that for our PM to authorize that Biafra, we have the law of euthanasia. Those who knows the law of euthanasia, recognize it here, please. Then, Elumu, thank you, please, sir. I need your WhatsApp. Okay. Then, Elumu, are you in some WhatsApp group? You will see my number there. 555 Vision is there. You can take it from there. Send me the message you want to send. Now, those people who think that Igbo people is needing them because of what they found in their land, tell them that even in Ebube, Ezebilago is the original name. That is Ezebilago Kingdom. That place, before SH0CK was able to become a governor of Abia State, Fulanis have surveyed that area. They know very, very well what they found in that place. There are any kind of mineral resources is found in Ebube. So, you go to Mwidi, you go to any place in Biafran land, there is no place you will not find the mineral resources for each and every place, every state to survive. But Biafran government will control them. Then, what do we have? Religion, Christian religion, traditional religion, and Judaism. These are the areas people used to go and they have their own time. Maybe when Biafra comes, people will not even have much time going to churches because a lot of work opportunity will be there. When you have your free time, like now I have a free time, I am broadcasting, maybe I use it to go to church. In Europe, nobody cares of going to church. It is when you finish from work, maybe when you come back from work, you are tired. You need to sleep to wake up the next day to go and do your normal 8 hours, 10 hours. Then you return again. You wouldn't have time going to church until you get retired. Those in Europe here, tell them the people you will see in churches are old people from 70 years upward. These are the people you see there. And this is how it's going to be in Biafran land. So, but in as much as our mentality has been inside religion, Biafran religious freedom and the monitoring will come and organize people's mindset and purify them not to go back to Nigerian mentality. That is why we are uplifting it. Since this last week now, we've been preaching about Biafran religious freedom and the monitoring. Then we are picking what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is telling Nigerians that think that he made a mistake for agitating. And those people who diverted the war they have against him, against the PM, and the one we are having today. But remember, anybody you have problem with, maybe you are the boss, you are the chief, or whatever you are. If you have problem with someone, you go see or if somebody made a mistake, tell the person, this is what you did. What you did is not okay. If that person has to come and place for apology, accept that apology and let's keep moving. Or if the person say he is not going to apologize, that is another thing all together. You understand? Unless the sin is too much, yet the person keep on committing sin. That is another way out. You understand? So we are here preaching the kind of gospel we expected in Biafran land. That is why we target Biafran religion is purified, very, very purified. What is coming to you? Because we must change the mindset of our people, the way they think. Our people think very, very backward. And we are here to make sure that our people begin to understand what is really going on. So we continue.
The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogwu, so-called Nzogwu, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast, go and investigate. Wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast, go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa are doing very well. I'm telling you are fast, go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you, they wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael Opara. What I'm telling you are fast, go and investigate.
So, the reason we are here now, when Michael Opara was the economical minister, the Naira then was called Almighty Naira, the same with the dollar then. Ideology of Igbo man, things that made the whole world to recognize that Igbo people are the most fastest economical, systematic people on this earth. Britain are the only people that knows the power of Igbo people, and they keep on pressing us down. They keep on pressing us down. Michael Opara that time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made us to go and research a little concerning Michael Opara. He is pulling out from the East. Before Michael Opara, Igbo people doesn't even go to school then. Igbo people are farmers. Until they tell them that the education is good, then Igbo people enter inside the education. They say, okay, economical and the farmer is also, Igbo people enter inside. Why we have hope for Biafra is because anything Igbo man decide to do, he will do it best. And remember, 40 states of Biafra, all of them are Igbo. Then, when they see all these things, they put in divide and rule strategy. The divide and rule strategy was the reason some people are saying they are not Biafra, and some people are saying yes, they are Biafra. But your name is still Emeka and the Chibike. This is the damages.
Investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa are doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogwu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed, restructuring. That's something now you're asking for, to tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with GOIN and decided that regionalism was the best way forward, restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1960-1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland, tax to the central government, as the Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales, the same thing. Everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. The Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government. As
the same thing we have just said now. Be on your own and pay tax to the federal government. Be on your own and pay tax to the federal government. But do you know what is happening? Tom Polo decided that it is better for him to be guiding pipeline. Asare Dokubo decided that it's better for him to be guiding pipeline to some people that doesn't even recognize them. Be on your own. It was the Aburi Accord. Today, you see what is happening in the coastal region, where Tompolo is using his own gang to be killing his own people because they gave him pipeline. Akpabio you see today now as the that chamber where he is today now. He was the chief guider of pipeline. He was the chief guider of pipeline that made him to become who he is there today in the government. Akpabio, you understand? These people, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Eastern governors, IP.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.